Oh,
No,
man.
we're all in this together.
The fucking bad lip reading.
Pumpkinella!
I'm done. I'm done. You can do the show by yourself.
Pumpkinella! No, get back here. We gotta do this.
All right.
Hmm.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Recap Thursday, the show where we go over everything that's happened during our Sunday night RPG session. Oh, man. How was your vacation? We didn't meet because of you. It's all your fault.
You still could. You had my clearance.
This is true.
But no, vacation was good. Always loved Disneyland. Never want to leave.
Is it the place where dreams come true?
Yeah.
Is that their slogan?
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like that's their slogan. Anyway.
Happiest place on earth.
This is true. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was great.
Last
It was
session, you almost got edited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is the morning after. You almost got hypnotoed into the forest.
Yes. Ignore everything about Hypnotoad. All hail Hypnotoad. Yes, so now it is the date for those keeping track, just Bunny and Sanka. The 2nd of Lefthen, which is the month after Mercator. These are made up months.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're irrelevant. So it's from where we are, which is just camping outside the
Months
forest.
lives matter, okay?
What? No. So it's a half-day journey to get us to the next town, which is Carton, and this is the next town that we know about because we asked the old pappy in the last town.
Yep. Old Pappy.
So we travel a little bit till we get to a fork in the road. So the road either goes
North. Or south.
north or south. So being on, like we have the route in our minds, and that route tells us to go south. So we take the path south,
Yep.
and after about 5 hours, we see a figure off in the distance, just in the middle of the road. And as we get closer, it doesn't seem like it's facing us, but it doesn't seem to be closing the gap between us. So it's like it's not going anywhere. It's just standing sort of in the middle of the road, but it looks like it's mid-run. It's really weird. And as we get even closer, we see that it's a statue. Just a stone statue. Kind of weird because it's right in the middle of the road.
Smack dab in the middle of the road.
Yeah, so he's mid-run, and he's kind of like shielding his face like this, not dabbing, shielding his face. And where his feet are meeting the road, there's like a patch of stone that's kind of like holding him up.
Yeah,
But
it
it
serves
just
as a
seems
base.
weird. Yeah, but there's no like plaque. It doesn't seem to be
A
like
statue.
your usual statue with
Yeah.
plaque and like a memoriam thing on it. So we're like, well, this is weird and really out of place. And it's very detailed too, like all of the hairs, all of his features and stuff is just in incredible detail. And so Val actually senses trace amounts of magic on the thing. Jeff described them as wisps of magic clinging to this statue, which is a little suspicious as well. And it had been affected by magic recently. Even more suspicious.
Yeah, Narhaz takes a look at the statue too and admires the craftsmanship of it because it is so detailed. And he comments that something of this caliber would not normally be left just in the middle of the road. So Devril tries to see, questions whether or not he should move it out of the road since it's an inconvenience. Val does sense magic, so it's better not to touch it. Devril decides not to touch it. But he gets off his horse and pulls out his sword and continues walking towards the city off in the distance that we can see, just because this is a little bit weird. So Nurhaz and everyone else kind of follow suit just to be on their guard, and Val decides to scout ahead with sending Kuru forward. So she has somebody lead her. We'll just say I think it was Hollow. Hollow leads her horse while she's in this trance state.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And because she can't really walk, and through Kuru's eyes, she sees that the town is deathly quiet. Like there's almost no life in it. And as we come closer, we also notice the fact that there's no fires, like chimney smoke, no cooking fires,
no smoke rising,
nothing. Nothing at all. And Val sees that there are more statues, stone statues in the town, of people, running away, some people in the midst of fighting, but they are all turned to stone. So she lets Kuru stand there. She breaks her trance. She warns us of what she saw, and as we head inside the village, we see that it's exactly what she said. There's stone statues of people in the midst of running away, or some of the local militia, their guards in the midst of fighting, but they are all turned to stone.
Yeah, all of these statues look very, very distressed. Jeff did also point out that there was like a dog mid-bark turned into a statue, and like a sheep or a goat somewhere like tied up, also turned into stone. So like these are definitely not crafted statues. Like these were people turned to stone by something. So Val decides to sense magic, and she feels the wisps on the statues as she did before with the other guy. And as we proceed through the town, the magic is actually getting stronger as we reach the city center where the long hall is, where the town hall is. And as we approach this, Ileana actually hears a low reptilian growl coming from City Hall, and out the front door, and then some of the door frame, not gracefully, out the front door, and then out the wall next to it, burst through these two huge reptiles.
Right. Six-legged reptiles.
Yes, six-legged reptiles. They are very ugly, and they are very mean-looking. And then Ileana faints for one round. And Devril catches her as she faints. Holo actually runs away also. She fails her test as well. Sarah actually wasn't there. We just needed an excuse to not include her in the
You're
battle.
not part of the cool kids club, all right? Nice. But they're basilisk.
Yes.
They're basically the reptilian version of basilisk.
They're the D&D version, not like the Harry Potter version or any other like fantasy. It's like specifically
not
the
snake version.
The six-legged D&D version.
Yeah. So they have 4 legs that they can stand like as a horse, and their extra pair of limbs sprout from their shoulder and can be used as claws or can be used as more feet. Depends. Great. Yeah. So the fight ensues. Devril, as Captain Legs just said, Devril catches Ileana before she hits the ground. Lays her gently on the ground as he turns to face this oncoming threat. Nurhaz engages one, Devril engages the other. This is the first time I think in a fight that I have not dropped into negatives. I was very proud of myself.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. um,
Nice. I
Yeah.
didn't take any damage, so
you did-
not a first.
continuing the perfect streak. Good job. Good.
No, I've definitely been injured before.
Okay. For a while now, you've restarted
like
the
the
combo.
1%.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You dropped it by getting damaged, and then you picked it back up again. New
Yeah.
combo. Anyway, yeah. So it's a pretty intense battle actually. Nurhaz and me didn't drop negatives, but we were very close. We definitely toyed around with danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Val and Andrew did some nice work with their magic, which was really nice. And
Silver weapons.
is a must. It's just we're hurting. All right, it's
That's
okay.
on the
We
to-do
don't
list.
have money. All right, we need money.
The 11th.
Yeah.
The 11th is payday.
Yeah.
We just
Make it
stop
right.
staying in inns
Yeah.
and buying drinks. Not gonna happen.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So anyway, so we finally beat the basilisks.
Yeah.
And Andrew mentions that basilisk blood actually heals the.
There's a rumor.
Stone.
Yeah, there's a rumor.
Yes, a rumor, but it's the basilisk blood heals the stone and like turns
Yeah.
people that have been turned to stone back into humans. So we're like, might as well try. So we grabbed the nearest statue, and was it Val that was going around?
Val tries
I don't-
it for the first. She dabs a piece of cloth and smears it on the guy's shoulder. She was going for face, but yeah, she smears it on the shoulder. And the stone starts flaking off and starts spreading throughout the entire body of the statue until the stone kind of all flakes off, and the man gasps for air and screams.
Yeah, once
it
he's
was in the middle of a
realized that he's
scream.
Yeah.
But calms down, knowing that after seeing that everything is indeed all right. And so we spread the word to him to help us kind of bring the village back while Devril and Nurhaz take a break, kind of tending to their wounds.
Yeah.
And when most of the town is, it's on its up and up, after a few hours, Devril actually asked the original man if they have a doctor, or some healing woman, which he does direct us to a hut on the edge of the village, and she takes care of Devril and Nurhaz. So we feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then Devril gathers the rest of a group of men who have kind of taken charge of the whole situation. Oh, we forgot to mention that their alderman, like their mayor, dead. Got eaten.
Yeah, he was a statue. He was statuified in the town hall.
Yeah. then he
Where
got
the
eaten.
basilisk proceeded to chew on him and pull him apart.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So he's pieces of a statue, but yeah.
So
They
they
were-
need to elect a new alderman, but basically there's a group of men who have kind of taken charge of directing people. We get the story that this is a logging town, and their only guess is that they logged too close to the basilisk nest and they got attacked. So unlucky. Val actually takes a surprisingly keen interest in making sure that they know not to be safe. Like she's overly motherly towards them.
She's like, maybe one sword's not enough. Two swords. You need two swords.
Everyone two swords.
Everyone gets two swords.
So she's taken a very keen interest in their well-being, which is definitely kind of out of character, but also a little bit heartwarming. And Devril, asked if the group can stay there to rest up and whatnot. They're, they say yes. We can use the longhouse because the town is indebted to us. And they shower us with gifts. They give us it's winter is setting in. So they're giving us they give us each a good winter cloak, some food, rations, et cetera, et cetera. Like basically whatever they can spare, because they are very thankful. And with that, our influence went up. So that's good. We're getting fantasy famous.
You know what else went up? My corruption points.
When I failed my food. Yep. Wait, corruption or insanity? I think it's insanity.
Oh, insanity.
Yeah, insanity. Yeah. There you go. You're not.
Yeah.
You didn't make any moral roll. Yeah, there you go.
And no mutations. So far.
Yeah. So that's basically it. The Nurhaz decides to take the time to mend our armor. Devril and his armor at the local forge. It's more like a smithy, really.
We just borrowed it.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that, which leaves Devril and Ileana some alone time to finally do some much needed talking.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Not fun times. I didn't write this down because I was enraptured in this conversation. So, you have at her.
Oh, all right. So, Devril starts off the conversation and asking Ileana if he did anything to upset her since she's not really talking to him. He quickly goes and apologizes that if it had anything to do with the Angelus trip, he is sorry. He had no idea. If, he just wishes. And Ileana stops him and says, no, it's just that you're not really yourself. It's not you.
It's not you, but
it is you. Which just confuses the living hell out of him. He says that he's, the last thing that he wants to do is hurt her. He cares about her. He knows that he's not good at explaining or his feelings towards her, but the last thing he wants to do or ever wants to do is hurt her. To which she says she tries the Zyran route, and he's terribly confused and ask what this person has anything to do with him, if maybe it's a past lover, a family, if it's her husband, he starts
panicking.
Exactly, because it's him making a move on a married woman. Just he does not want to be Andrew 2.0. So all right, and so he's kind of freaking out. And Ileana just spills the beans. She looks him dead in the eye and says, "You're Zyran. You're him." Devril is utterly confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of worried. Ask if she's feeling all right. If maybe the shock of the battle might have gotten to her. And no, I don't know. You said something, and
I think she told him that there was another, Zyran was something else, but then someone else took over and ate old Zyran.
I don't know. I remember you said something to which brings out very amused laughter from none other than Zyran himself.
Zyran 2.0.
Yeah, there you go. New and improved. Which they have a quick conversation. He talks about enjoying himself, having fun, and wanting and just uh, he wants to continue playing this, like he's just started playing this game that
Yeah.
he wants. To which Ilyana has no idea what he's talking about, but it can't be good at all. He touches a little bit, I don't know if I made this clear, but he does touch a bit on the fact that he's going on the basis that Ilyana has feelings for Devril, and is going to use that to, I don't know, to do something, to manipulate her, to whatever. Ilyana doesn't, says that she doesn't care about Devril, and she doesn't care what happens to him, to which Zyron does nothing but chuckle to that, and he disappears. And Devril picks up exactly where he left off without skipping a beat. He's asking about, Devril, like what she means when Zyron is him, yada yada.
Yeah.
Ilyana.
Oh, she talked about his memory lapses.
Yeah. Ilyana asks if he remembers what they were talking about, and he perfectly just cut out. It's like that Zyron conversation never happened. She just literally picked up where it left off with no memory lapse. Ilyana brings up the point that of his memory lapses. He says, well, I haven't had any of those recently.
That's because he hasn't been showing up that often.
To which, Devril kind of drops it. But you end up leaving, right, Ilyana?
Yeah.
Yes. You.
Yeah. I leave. Let it sink in, and actually. And we just head off to the next town. Actually, we just start.
We stay the night. We stay the night there.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, we do stay the night then, and then the next morning, Devril gathers up the townfolk again just to reaffirm. I was trying to reaffirm the fact that they owe us one. They should remember who we are, and that influence.
Don't forget us.
Yep. And then we head off towards the next town.
Yeah. Oh. Now, as we're traveling, so Andrew actually.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Before that, during that morning, was it during that morning? Yes, it was during that morning. While on the road, Devril takes some time to have a conversation with Andrew. He pulls back while they're riding, and alongside Andrew, and they kind of have a conversation, and he asks Andrew if he's noticed Ilyana acting strange, maybe rambling, like being incoherent, something rather, and Andrew says nothing more than usual. Shots fired. But basically, he asked Devril to clarify, and Devril, tells him straight up that yesterday she told him that this Zyron person, the person that he had thought was somebody from her past, was actually him, and he was worried that maybe she was having a traumatic experience, that she was thinking of a past lover, and now because of the relationship they have, she mistaking him for this person. So he's a little bit worried about that. Andrew says, I haven't seen anything, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for you. Devril says, thank you so much. It would put his mind at ease, and they continue on their merry way.
So we do note that it is quite cold. The reason that we were given the winter jackets is because the winter coats is because the winter solstice is on the 15th of this month. And they call it the Soul's Harvest.
Gonna harvest me some souls.
Yes.
I mean,
wait, what? So, yeah, as we're traveling, Andrew catches Ileana's eye, and speaks to her.
he
Hush.
be giving her them bedroom eyes.
No.
I see you, dog.
No, you actually didn't see anything because he was very discreet.
Yeah.
So, he rides up on his horse next to Ileana, but doesn't. He kind of like he looks at her as if like, hey, I want to talk to you, but he keeps his eyes forward, watching Devril as they're talking, because he wants to keep this from Devril. So, he talks about his conversation with Devril, how like Devril's worried about her, and talked about Zyron and how Ileana told him about Zyron. And she goes, yeah, there's another guy in there, and he.
You actually you test him though. You asked first if he's ever noticed Devril acting like a different person.
That's right, yeah.
Or not like himself. And he says he did because when we met him again in that pub, it was Zyron. So
that's right.
The first Zyron. So.
Yes, the first Zyron. So yeah, Ileana fills him in that there was one before, but the new one ate the old one. So now he's in real danger because the new one has said that he will eat Devril too, and take over the body. So Andrew goes, there's two people in there. And Ileana's like, yeah. So Andrew says that he wants to help, because this could be very, very serious for not only Devril but for the rest of us if there is a dangerous being in there. So, but he does say like there is a spell that can separate the two, but he doesn't fully know it, and he would probably need Val to help as well. But he needs to do more research to make sure that it doesn't go as sideways as it could. So he offers that we talk to the elders in the elven town that we'll be passing through.
No, we're going to the grove.
Where's the town? That was not clicking for me.
What are you talking about?
He wanted to ask the elven.
Yeah, to the grove where we're heading to see about the resurrection, the elven grove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's elders there, which are where we're going to find answers about why we've been brought back from the dead. And he's also going to see if Val can ask the elders about this ritual that to perhaps split the two people inside Devril. But he's really iffy about it. He said it could go terribly wrong. So he doesn't want to alert anyone else, especially Val, until we make it to the grove.
Yeah, we'll keep it hush until then. So,
Ileana, because he also doesn't want Zyron to find out about this plan.
Yeah. So the less people that know, the better. So that conversation ends, and we arrive in Carton. Now there are guards posted there, but they let us through. Because there's not.
No, we came from Carton. Carton was the stone people. It's Raynor. It's the capital.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Capital of Rannis County.
Raynor, capital of Rannis. Yep, you're totally right. So we are in Raynor, capital of Rannis. It's a big town, a lot like the other capital city that we were in because it's a capital city, you know.
Nice.
Thanks. And there are guards posted. They let us through because we're not like
this is beer country.
It's beer.
It's beer country.
We ride through a hops field.
Beer country.
None of us passed our awareness test for that, but Andrew did.
Thank you, Andrew.
It was hops.
Yeah, it's hops. So we again, just like when we were in Sarnoth, we go past the busy trading district and into more quieter part of the town and find a comfy little inn.
956. Where was that? Where was that mounted?
Oh, it's just the flags. The flags on the walls that display that the coat of arms for Raynar is a field with a sword, a silver sword, and
a sawtooth sword.
Yeah, and then 956 played over it, and we have no idea what the fuck that is. But yeah, we find a comfy little inn. It's named the Shattered Pint, which is a comfy inn. They have room for our horses.
Yep.
We are
their logo is 2 ale mugs they're toasting, but very aggressively, and the 2 mugs have smashed together, and it's basically just like the hands holding
a shattered pint.
Yeah, and the mugs are shattered. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, so they have 3 rooms for us. We get the regular setup. They have room for our horses, and Ilyana.
Oh, and it's a tap house.
Yeah, that's connected to tap house. Ilyana's able to get the rooms for a little bit cheaper, and we settle in and proceed to test their plethora of beers. So the gang actually has a great night. Val goes around, like drags Devil around as they were asking questions. We find out a bunch of different things. This has turned into this conflict in Sandon has turned into an all-out civil war. People are drawing sides. The king's gotten involved. It's just a big clusterfuck of whatever. The siege in Castle Wallace is broken, and Lady Sarnath and Wallace's forces have pushed the whatchamacallits back. I forgot the other house name, but whatever. Shit is happening. Shit is hitting the fan. All right, like TLDR, shit is hitting the fan, and it's not like Raynar is like one of the very few places that are still neutral, and I doubt that they can remain neutral for very long.
They just want to drink their beer. And
that's it. They are the hipsters of this country. Yeah, and so we get a bunch of information that basically fills us in to what's happening, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. There's actually a cute story, and we'll end with this because this is all I have left.
Right. Yeah.
A cute story about Corrick and Caniford, the two houses or regions. Yeah. So the Corrick family and the Caniford family, also the Forsyths. I don't really know this part of the lore, but basically the Arls of these 2 regions used to be mortal enemies, and the king issued a ceasefire and a truce between the 2. He's like, hey, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna send your youngest from each family as a ward for the other. So you're just gonna trade kids, and you're just gonna like raise each other's kids, and that's how you're gonna settle your differences. And it worked, and so they just kept doing this, like even though they solved all their problems and got over all their differences.
Went on. Yeah,
they've been doing this for the past 300 years, and they're like super tight now. So yeah,
best of friends,
and they keep doing it, and just kind of
just become tradition for them. Yeah.
Huh. So that's where we'll end it. That's where we ended it on Sunday. So now you're all caught up. So join us.
And to think we're going to be meeting this Sunday again. Oh
my God. And the Sunday after for a Halloween special.
To think Sunday Night RPG is actually going to be on Sunday night.
Who'd have thunk? Dreams do come true, right?
Thank you, Disneyland. Thank you.
Yeah, this is
sponsored us. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Sponsored by Disneyland.
All right.
Yes. So
Right. Now I can't
thanks for
monetize this video. Thanks for that. I'm just
I
kidding.
know, you're welcome.
Okay.
So thank you all for tuning in. Do we have any final updates before
No.
we?
We
Ah,
wait. We do. We have canceled our outstanding project of Lucid 9. We are saving you. We are saving you. All right. Even if we were to deliver this in the best way possible,
it would take us the rest of our lives.
we can't. All right.
We
It's
can't
just
do it.
it is not in my power.
We
I
might
would
do a review video,
we might.
but we just got to the point where all we were getting were bad endings, no matter what we did, and then we looked it up, and there are only bad endings.
Yeah. So it's not going to end well for you, and neither is the length that good. It is by no means a bad VN. Well, you know what?
No,
we
it's
we
great.
are actually we're gonna do a review about it. We're
Yeah.
just gonna do a review about it. But in its stead, we do have something for you guys that is a little bit more cutesy, which is
A lot shorter.
a lot shorter, and I think just right up our alley. I think we tried to spread our wings too far and too fast. We flew too close to the sun, and Lucid Night burned us. All right. Yeah. So we do have a project this time for realsies. We'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Yeah. But other than that, we will see wonderful people this Sunday for Sunday Night RPG. Please check out the links below. Follow the lovely Captain Legs. And if and the less lovely me, it definitely makes our days.
Oh! If you follow me, I'm not campaigning or anything. I'm just actually giving you like concrete things now. Because I'm always like, I'll work on this, and I don't, and it takes me forever. I'm actually working on a thing, and it's almost done. It is my cosplay for Fan Expo Vancouver, which is happening in a matter of weeks now, less than a month, and I have a cosplay in the works. It is Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, and I have finished the dress. I'm halfway through the wig, so there will be work in progress photos if you're interested in seeing that too.
Perfect. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.